So just to be fair and honest, I'm going to start out by saying that Wills reached out to me after seeing quite a few of my videos and saying that it seemed like a good fit because I give a honest and practical review. I have many fixtures, I test them out. It is not all about the mighty dollar, so I just thought I would disclose that, and I'm going to be 100% fair and honest as I review this product. Now let's start out by saying that this is an LED unit made by Wills. Many refer to them as black boxes, but these are pretty powerful units. This is a 165 watt LED unit. It can be used for saltwater or freshwater aquariums, and it is dimmable. So I'm going to unbox it, I'm going to hook it up, and we'll take a closer look at it. The fixture is made up of 55 LED cathodes. So I see there are reds, greens, blues, yellows, and the basic daylight whites. Now this did not come with instructions, so I had to play with. I just turned it on. I was surprised because although it just says white and blue at the top, this is actually, the white actually controls the full spectrum. So this is the 120 watt LED fixture made by Wills, which is, I believe, the same company owned by Flyzone. This is a very simple fixture. It is not programmable, which means it runs on these two buttons. Let me take it out of the box. I'll show you what it comes with. Very simple. It comes with your power cord, and actually graded. It comes with the hanging cables, which is really cool because you don't have to go out and figure out how you're going to hang it. And let me see. Okay, yes, the fixture has little hooks that the clips go into. You'll see the little clips there, which will go through the fixture and make it easier for hanging. Let me get a close-up of the specs there. There you go. 120 watt fixture. Even though I never wonder why it says model 165 watts, but the actual power is 120 watts. So made by Wills Aquarium Light. Two switches. Let me flip this around. Two switches, one for the white lights, one for the blue lights. We'll get it plugged up and show you how that works. One thing that I did notice that I would mention to them is this cord is pretty short. This is probably about a 36-inch or 3-foot cord. The average tank, if you're going to put this over the tank, you really need at least a 10-foot cord. So if you guys are out there from Wills, give us a longer cord. I'll be honest, I keep all of my reviews straight and to the point. I will mention that I did get this from them. I did not buy it. So if you feel any kind of bias, you can stop right there. As I said, I did not buy it. I promised to review it and give a fair and honest opinion based on what I got here. And that's what I'm going to do. So two fans, which is nice. We'll turn that on and see how they sound, see if there's any noise to them. One thing I like is, even though it has a nice hefty power switch, you shake it, there's no loose pieces, no moving parts. It feels well built. And the fact that it has this plug on the top, you can daisy chain this to another light. So if you get 3 of these lights, you can daisy chain them together and set them all up to cut on and off together, which is always cool depending on the size of the tank. My tank upstairs is 6 foot, so I probably use at least 2 of these, maybe 3, but it's good to have that feature. And okay, buttons are really nice. They are power on and off buttons, so that means I hear the click, which means even though you turn this on, it won't cut these on unless you manually put them on. So let me get this plugged in and let me take it through its paces. So okay, everybody, I have the light plugged in. Once again, this is a single plug fixture. It's not programmable. It's run by basic switches and 2 switches. So I plug it in. You do have to turn the knobs. You still have to turn the knobs on in order to get that light on. Let me just get you a better shot here. So I plug it in. Hit power switch here. The power does not turn it on if you don't have the lights turned on. So I'm going to go and click that on. Turn the power on. Let me see. All right. Turn that on. And I want to make a note here that it is, while the knobs say white, let me zoom in on that. While the controls say white and blue, I actually noticed that when I turn it on, it is full spectrum. So let's go back. We have blue, green, white, red, and yellow, like the daylight spectrum. So I did not know that. Of course, another thing, there were no instructions in the package. So just going by the switch, I thought this was just a blue and white light, but this is actually a full spectrum light, which is great because not only can you use it for like a common saltwater tank, but you can use it for your planted tank as well. Let me turn this down, face it downward. And the other thing I noticed is the fan's really quiet. I'm going to bring you in close so you can see the fans turning, but you really don't hear it. They're very quiet. Good job by Wills. You can see the specs there. It's 120 watts. Zoom in there. 120 watts. And there's 2 fans, but you really don't hear them. So that's really awesome. I'm going to try to do this with one hand here. And I'll go to the blue lights. Let me turn this way so that you can see. Zoom out. So let's go blue. Oh wow, actually I didn't turn this all the way up. This is a really bright light. I'm like blinding myself right now. Before I do that, let me just hold it over the tank so you can see the tank right now. Really bright, really good. This is a 30-inch deep tank, and it really shoots all the way to the bottom. I know I have a lot of stuff on top of the tank, but really bright light, really good colors. Let me turn the blue on. I'm really blinding myself now. Let me turn that down. Turn the blue lights on, and there are the blue LEDs. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27 blue LEDs. Very good for saltwater tank or freshwater tank, because sometimes people just want to view their tank with the daylight bulbs. Sometimes they might just want to see their tank with the blue bulbs. Or if you want to use it as a moonlight, you can use your regular LED light strip and just have this as moonlight, which can be dimmed or brightened. So you can get that day and moonlight look. So if you look at a tank, you can see that makes a difference. It really, really brightens things up, really brightens the room up. And I'm really impressed at how quiet this fixture is. It is really quiet, really light but sturdy. There's no shaking or sound of loose parts in there. And actually, holding my hand right here, it's pretty warm from the outside, light facing, but I'm holding the case, and the case is really cool. It hasn't gotten, the case itself has not gotten hot, and it's a really nice fixture. So really nothing bad to say about the light itself. Nothing bad to say. Really nice, typical black box. I wouldn't recommend it for a reef keeper. I would not say that you can replace a higher end light. But for those of you on a budget like me, I always look to give you guys a fair and comparative look at what's available out there. And I do have another light similar to this over the other saltwater tank, and I actually have SPS in this tank. So I have a lot of stuff in there, and just good for the basic setup. So for sake of keeping it short, I'm going to give this light a pretty good thumbs up, just because it's really easy to set up for your beginners. It's really light, no problem, one cord. You do need a longer cord, Flyzen. And I have to remind everybody that the branding is Wills, but it's actually made by Flyzen, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I'm strong, whatever. But really good light. You can use this over saltwater tank, freshwater tank, and you can pretty much get some pretty good results. So this is D giving it a thumbs up. I'm going to remind everybody one more time that they did reach out to me. They did send me this product. I got it pro bono, but I'm still keeping a fair comparative rating for the light. I cannot be bought. I'm just honest, because we're all hobbyists trying to do the best we can with what we got. Not everybody can afford those $1,200 lights or $900 lights, and this is a really good alternative. So This is D from Brooklyn. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd appreciate it if you leave that thumbs up. I'm going to be reviewing some other products, things that I find out there to make life easier, make life affordable. Things are tough. Click the thumbs up if you like video information like this and things like this to come more often. I'll try to get that to you. Until next time, this is D, and love, peace, and hair grace. Keeping sanity by keeping aquariums. See ya.